Yo, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. We back with another video. This one's gonna be about Bitcoin, and then, so I actually just deleted that. That was on accident. Let me put it back up. So a lot of people were like misconstrued on what I said about crypto being cooked, right? I clearly said Bitcoin in that video. I clearly said Bitcoin will be fine. Right now, Bitcoin is actually in the negative on the year to date compared to silver, compared to gold, compared to the S&P 500, all the other asset classes, right? Bitcoin is down like, let's see, from the year to date, it is down 6%, right? So if you would have bought at the beginning of this year and hold now, you'll be down 6%. I mean, there's a time period where you'd probably be up around like 30-40%, but you know how crypto works, right? Now, Bitcoin, I wouldn't consider Bitcoin and crypto is like in two different fields, right? Because in crypto, outside of Bitcoin, right, it's normal, totally normalized for a coin to go down 20% a day, 30% a day, or if it's like a meme coin, it can go down 50, 70, 99% a day, right? But Bitcoin doesn't do that. Bitcoin, the worst comes to worst, it will go down like 7 or 8%. Like it doesn't go down. It doesn't go down huge, right? But what I have for Bitcoin going on to 2026, and I think that Bitcoin is going to be outperforming the stock market. It's going to be outperforming gold and silver and all the other asset classes. Okay, going on into 2026. So I still have Bitcoin going to around. I think it's going to retest. So like it was at 80K right at the bottom. I think Bitcoin probably retest like 81K, 82K, and I think we're gonna have a rally going into. Let's do the weekly, the 200 EMA, right? And a lot of people got to understand like Bitcoin survived, and I made a video about that, talking about that a couple weeks ago. If Bitcoin broke down this orange line right here on a weekly close, we're screwed. And as you can see, it obviously broke down, and we're holding the green line so far right here. Okay, let me actually see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you guys. Okay, do that. Right. So as we could see, we're somewhere right here in terms of a bear market, right? We're somewhere right here. I talked about this on my X account. I don't know exactly where we're at, but as you can see, we made a low right here. Okay, because as you see, the orange line broke down. This was confirmation that the bear market started, right? So we broke down below it, and then within a 35-day period, it formed a double bottom. Okay, so right now we are about exactly 35 days in. Okay, so I'm looking to see Bitcoin go down this green line one last time, which would probably make it around like 80, like I said, 81, 82, 83K. Okay, somewhere around that, and then we're gonna see, as you can see, did something like this, or party something like this, and as you can see, it retested above that orange line, right? It went up past the orange line and the red line. So that would make it, that means we could see Bitcoin in the early next year in Q1 probably go to 98K to around 100K, 102K, and get everybody to believe that the bear market's not back, right? The bull market's back. Everyone gets excited. You'll probably have altcoins, some altcoins who do good, and things of that sort, right? And then, as you guys can see, once everybody is bullish, once they trap the leverage traders, there's going to be a massive bloodbath. Okay, and I could kind of see something like that too. Okay, and as you can see, the bloodbath from here, it went down past this blue line right here, and that blue line is at 65K. So that means we could probably see Bitcoin at around 60K sometime next year. Okay, and as you can see, this bloodbath from here lasted for 77 days and it went down 60%. Now, I don't think it go down 60%. Let's say we go back to 101K, right? I don't think we go down to 60%. I think it'll probably be like 30 to 35%. So we'll probably see about 66K, 65K. And then as you can see, it ranged from here to here for about 200 days. And that's called the accumulation phase. Okay, right before a bear market ends, that goes through a accumulation phase, and all the smart, that's where smart money is made. This is actually when you make the most money in crypto bull runs. It's not when people are FOMOing at 100K. The people who are FOMOing at 15K, 20K, 25K, Those are the people who made massive gains. Those people who are buying at 100K because they heard Trump talk about he's a crypto president now, right? Or they heard the news station, they heard mainstream media. Everybody was talking about it, right? That's usually when it's time to slowly start to exit, slowly start to take profits. It never fails, okay? So I personally have Bitcoin going to about like 65, 66K, low 60K. And then I think next year, you're going to see Bitcoin at the end of next year, like the end of Q4, the time we're at right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin go to 60K, right? Sometime in the summertime, the end of summer, and then go straight up back to 120K. Probably make a new all-time high. That would not surprise me one bit. Okay, so that's what I see coming for Bitcoin. And a lot of people are talking about, what about altcoins? If you guys remember, if any of you guys were there in crypto back in 2022, 2023, Bitcoin went up from the bottom. Okay, Bitcoin did a 2x, right? We could just put it all the way from right here, from about like 90-day range to like 195-day range. Bitcoin went up massive. Okay, you could even go up to like right here, right somewhere around. Right, we'll just say it printed a 2x within a 90-day phase to 182 phase. What were altcoins doing around there? Altcoins weren't pumping. And guess what I was doing? Was I buying Bitcoin there? I always have one Bitcoin. I always have that. But I was mostly buying altcoins thinking that, oh, we're about to get an alt season. No, guys, it was only Bitcoin that was pumping. Now, of course, some altcoins were going up like 10, 20%, but Bitcoin was going up 100%. So a lot of people are going to be fooled to start buying altcoins in the early or in the late stage, or sorry, in the early stage of a bull run when Bitcoin bottoms. And just understand that Bitcoin is going to outperform that altcoin for about 182 days, because we didn't see alt season until the end of 2021. I remember this like it was yesterday, around right here. August, or no, I would say probably around September. Okay, August was probably when a lot of altcoins bottom. Because we all know when Bitcoin goes down 17%, altcoins go down like 40%. Like this is how it goes, right? And this right here was a time to buy altcoins. This right here was time to buy altcoins. Okay, that phase right here, September, October, around that time, and altcoins went up really good. I remember this like this yesterday, but as you can see, Bitcoin also went up really good too. Bitcoin did a 3x within that time frame, and a lot of altcoins, especially the high cap altcoins, they did really good here too. Okay, and this was the only alt season that we had. This was, I wouldn't say it was alt season, but that was relatively the strongest period of altcoins in the last bull market. Was around early 2024. And a lot of people thought they were going to get those crazy gains again, and we didn't see that. Okay, so as you can see from here, from the bottom of the bear market, which was around like 15K, and then within about 400 days, or a little bit over a year, Bitcoin went up 380%. So in my opinion, the best thing to hold going forward into the next cycle would be Bitcoin. And now, is Bitcoin going to give you those type of gains? Because if you look at history, Bitcoin does not. The pumps get weaker and weaker, right? As you can see in this period of the phase, Bitcoin went up almost over 1,000%. Okay, so the bottom actually bottomed in 2019. So we could actually go right here. Okay, we could actually go right here. Okay, and then as you can see, Bitcoin went up, 300%. Well, we could go until we're like the earlier stages when it caught an actual bottom right here. And as you can see, Bitcoin within the 200 days, or we can just go to the 400 days. Okay, around like, let's just say like right here, went up 1,000%. Okay, so as you guys see the pumps, you're not gonna get that 1,000% in Bitcoin no more, because it's more of a mature asset. But also, you're not gonna see the 80% dumps in bear markets like we usually see. Okay, so as you can see, the pumps are getting weaker and weaker. So what I would expect Bitcoin to do going forward until that strong altcoin season that we get, we probably will get that in 2028. Okay, so Bitcoin goes down to around, like I said, guys, 65, 64, 62K. Personally, I'm buying at 65K. I already have it planned for me. All right, we'll probably see around that. Okay, 65, 66, maybe in the low 60s. We'll have to see exactly where it goes from. But from there, we're gonna score past all-time high. And I think we're gonna stay around a little bit above all-time high, probably like around like right here. So we're probably gonna stay around like 138K in the 130Ks. Okay, as you guys can see right here, Bitcoin went up around, it did a 93%. Okay, so from here, now we have to see what the bottom is for Bitcoin. So as you can see, in the last bear market, Bitcoin went below this blue line. Okay, it went a little bit below, it went below it by 19%. So let's just say it goes below this line by 10%. Okay, let's just say it goes down to 60K. So we could probably see if Bitcoin goes to 60K, which I think I think it's gonna be like 61K. Okay, so like 61K, and then we could see Bitcoin tap a new all-time high. And I have Bitcoin going at the end of next year to 125K, making a new all-time high or tapping that all-time high. And then you'll probably see some resistance going down forward from there. You know, exchanges doing their leverage trading and stuff like that. But yeah, I have Bitcoin being the highest performing asset going forward 2026. You can bet on it, but there's going to be a lot of pain, and you're going to have to wait for Bitcoin to go down in the 70, 60K area. Even though I have Bitcoin mostly going down to like in the low 60s, I'm going to be buying in the 70Ks too. Like I'm going to be slowly accumulating, slowly buying up the dip. That's for sure what I'm going to be doing. Right. So yep, that's what I have Bitcoin doing. And right now, I think this is just holding on for dear life when it comes to what it's doing. Like, it just literally looks like this. When it broke down the 200 EMA, right? As you can see right here, I think that we're literally doing that right now. And this lasted, once they hit the bottom, this lasted for about 70 days. So far from the bottom of here, so far we are 35 days in. So I think we have 35 days left of what Bitcoin could do. And I still have Bitcoin going to 100K, testing it, 98, 100K. And then it'll free fall from there to like 60K or something like that. And then I think that will be, we're going to go through accumulation phase just like we saw right here. It was an accumulation phase. So you're going to see Bitcoin be in the 60Ks for quite a while. And then you're going to see a pump and range, and you're going to see a slowly pump. As you can see right here, once Bitcoin bottomed, it accumulated for about 49 days. After it left that accumulation phase, it pumped up 60% in a month. Okay. And then as you can see in 3 months, it went up 95%. So once again, I feel like Bitcoin is probably the only asset you should be holding going forward. And for the altcoin people, Zcash, I think Zcash, because this is a privacy coin, as you can see, Zcash went up like crazy. It also top 2 as well. But as you can see how it's so good to use a 200 EMA thing, because it shows you like when's the time to buy. As you can see, it barely tapped here. Okay, I think that we're going to probably retest down here again. Something like right here. Probably go a little bit below it, around the $300 range. And then we're probably going to see it like this. And then within that 35 days, so we'll probably see this top out at around end of January. I don't know how high it'll go, but probably could see it go down to like, once again, the $300 range, probably go below this red line, and then probably pump, maybe do a double top, or it could probably pump up a little bit higher, flush out those short traders one last time, which is probably what they'll probably do. And then you'll see a free fall dumped probably to 200s or 150, somewhere on there. So yep, that's what I have for Bitcoin. And you got, once again, I'll come on here and say I'm wrong if I'm wrong, you know, but I think Bitcoin will be the best performing asset 2026. We got to give credit. We got to give props to silver and gold and the stock market for absolutely dominating 2025. Crypto has been the biggest disappointment if you were holding crypto and not having any exposure to precious metals and some of the stock market too. Some stocks I think will be really good too. One last thing, I'll also talk about the stock which I'm the most bullish on. Trading view. It's called Circle. For those who don't know what Circle is a pretty much a stable coin for crypto. And I like this chart a lot. I think it's going to be more pain though. I definitely think we're going to be going down a lot more. Okay, as you can see, from the current top, we're down 72% in 182 days. We were as low as 78%. I think this will probably go down. I think this line right here, as you can see, it tapped it from the start. I think we're going to probably go down low again right here, and then probably make it a little bit higher up. and then you'll see a free fall down here, and then I think this is it will go through the accumulation phase. So but I think that this is probably your best bet for stable coins, and I feel like this may even outperform Bitcoin. Just saying, I think this one might even outperform Bitcoin. My target for Circle is around like $45, $35. Probably a good time to start to scale in. So we'll see how this one goes. I'll keep you guys updated. If you guys are liking the content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We got more content cooking up for preferably mostly Bitcoin and stock market. And if you guys want an altcoin I want me to cover, just let me know in the comments. All right, I love you guys so much. God bless you all. Peace out.